Awesome. Right. Let's get right into it then. I don't want to waste any time. So I guess just like a brief overview of everything, just so I have like a pretty good general idea after looking at your um like ICP and everything. You guys are a email marketing or like email list kind of marketing optimization agency.
Email marketing, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And yeah, and you're currently going after people that are using Klaviyo. And
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
they have some the best way of putting it is they just have unoptimized email lists
Yeah,
is
yeah,
the
yeah.
best way of putting it,
Basically, yeah,
and you're hoping
basically,
to
yeah.
optimize it for them.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a few kind of questions, but the first one is, right, I was looking at your site and you have a good what's the word? Like you have a good offer or like it's increased revenue by 20 to 30% in 60 days. Like it's just good.
Yeah, yeah. I
You
mean
know,
like
it's pretty direct, it has everything done.
yeah.
Yeah, keep
Like
going.
there is like a VSL that I need to make for the site. I don't know if you
Yes.
check.
Yeah.
Like yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think I will do that today, because like the site is pretty fresh. I have a web design like friend.
Mm,
He did the website,
awesome.
and that's the only thing
It,
that we need.
it it looks good, to be honest. Like it looks professional, which is what matters,
Yeah, thank you so much.
which is awesome. So, like, I'm not really worried about the site. Like, if someone lands on your site, like, it's pretty. Like, it's like obviously like everything can be better, but in general, that wouldn't be like the constraint from what I've seen.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, you messaged me. Oh yeah, sorry. Actually, before that, I'm curious as to what your current like lead acquisition channel is. Is it mostly referrals? Is it mostly inbound? Like, are you doing any sort of outbound, like
Uh,
DMs?
yeah. So like, as I said, like I'm in like the early stage of like email marketing. So I have one
Mm-hmm.
client that I
Yeah.
work with. Uh, and
Mhm.
basically I got that client through like X DMs, so like Twitter.
Yeah.
Uh, but
Okay.
I mean like I've done a fair bit of research, and like cold email is like, I don't know, like it seems like it's a fun thing, you know, like it's like a fixed thing that like always works no matter what. So like that's why like
It's
I
a good
got
way
a
of putting it.
yeah, 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 yeah. And like so I have like a content kind of funnel that I built, and it's basically like
Hmm.
I post on YouTube, I post on Instagram, I post on TikTok, and basically gather the maximum amount of people, and also build my LinkedIn. That's a huge part.
Mm.
And so yeah, these are just like the things that I will need to do. Uh, but yeah, currently it's only like Twitter outreach basically.
Okay. No, that's perfect. At least you've done some like some sort of outreach, and you also like you do copy, so
Yeah,
you
yeah,
kind of like you know most of it anyways. So
yeah, yeah.
I was looking at your email, so I'm just gonna share my screen because I did a little bit of just kind of like tweaking to the email you sent. Let's see. Yeah. So where did you learn? Did you just look up videos on like cold email and stuff, and like the system you have set up now? How is that kind of like going for you?
Uh, yeah. So like basically, uh, Daniel Fazio is like a huge guy, as we all know, and like
Hmm.
I don't know, like
Yeah.
I was just like fascinated from the beginning, and like yeah, so like basically YouTube
Yeah.
and some like small crash courses and stuff like that. So like these were like the most amount of like uh, things that like I learned from.
Gotcha. Okay. And in terms of like it says here, so obviously this is kind of like the ICP you provided,
Yeah, yeah,
US employees, etc., which is all very good information. I see Instantly AI and Google Workspace, which is obviously very good. Do you know
yeah,
what
yeah,
sort of like have you bought them? Like have you set up the emails? Are you currently
yeah,
warming
yeah,
them
yeah,
up?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
how is this kind of like going?
I warmed up the emails. Like sadly, like I only did like two domains. I mean one domain and two accounts, so like 60 emails a day, around that. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, I sent out about like 400 emails so far. But like zero replies, nothing. So like seriously, it was like
Okay.
a list from my friend, because like he did like some like
Mm.
marketing, like social media marketing, I think. and he had like a list, and he sent me that list. I didn't even verify the emails; they were like a year old. So like, yeah,
Oh my
it's pretty
gosh.
bad. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, okay.
But I watched your
That's
video.
good.
I watched your video, and I
Yeah.
actually like exported a list with the method that you
Go
mentioned.
on. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So like it's so much
Awesome.
better. The leads are starting to send out right now. I think I'm in the emails. So yeah,
Okay.
we'll see. We'll see.
That's that's perfect. So the one thing I'll say from that is, do you plan on scaling up?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because
Sure,
email
sure,
is
sure,
a
sure.
volume game at the end of the day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean,
Okay, that's as long
mostly
as you,
like
yeah,
I just need clients on retainers. So like I mean, one-time jobs are like cool and stuff, but like the monthly retainer jobs are like the the goal. You know, like
the shit basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. That's it, bro.
That's
Like
it, putting it. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
it's the shit.
yeah,
Yeah, that's very, very. Well, what I'll say is, judging from what I've heard, obviously your early stages, which is like it's fine. That's perfectly normal. Everybody starts like at the beginning.
yeah,
And
yeah,
what we'll do is for this, I basically have your email here. And to be honest, the email is pretty good, but the problem is you're in the market that's like saturated like to fuck. Like
yeah, yeah. I know, I
to
know.
put it to bluntly, right?
Yeah,
Like it's I don't want to be that guy, but
but yeah, yeah, it's true. So like I
everyone
get it. Like
if you,
it's
yeah,
like hard to like actually scale from like
yeah,
the beginning, but I know it's like doable.
yeah.
So yeah,
No, 100%. The fact that it's saturated means it's possible.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Sure,
that's
sure,
kind of
sure.
like
Yeah,
the best way of going about it. So the way I was breaking down your copy, right? And like I noticed that company name is currently using basic email marketing tools. That's the first thing. That when I read this, this is I don't know. It's like
yeah, yeah,
basic
yeah, yeah.
email marketing tool. Like
So
you know
like
what I mean?
yeah, yeah. For this, cause like this script is for like the other list, not the new one that
Yes.
uses Klaviyo. So like the
Okay.
ICP that I
Did you
mentioned.
specifically filter for Klaviyo
Yeah, yeah,
inside
yeah, 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 yeah,
technology
yeah, yeah,
in
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Apollo?
yeah, yeah. Cause like, I
Good.
mean, like there
Okay.
are like a lot of like brands that aren't making like 10% plus from email, and it can go as high as like 50%. So like, if I can just
Hmm.
get them to you and like to talk with me, and like it goes from there. So
Yeah.
like, but this script is like they the list is like so old, and like most of the websites aren't even up. I had a 7% bounce rate.
Okay.
So like
That
yeah,
is
yeah,
tough.
yes, that was like I looked at it and was like, oof, that's bad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. No, that's perfect. So right. And then just breaking it down. So basic email marketing tools, I'd specify Klaviyo since you now have the
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
technologies.
yeah, yeah,
This could be costing you thousands in lost revenue a year, right? It's just I just read this and I'm like, okay, like it's not it's not really like specific.
yeah, yeah,
I was throwing some comments here so I knew. And then this part is like this is like the case study, which is
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
But from my time cold emailing, I realized the offer is obviously strong. So like your offer is like fine. So you need to find a way to basically differentiate. And the two ways of doing that is either providing value up front or being
Mhm.
relevant. Um, which is kind of the two ways I've kind of gone at this. So like I said, the email's fine, but the market's just too saturated. They probably
Yeah,
received this like 10, 1,500.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I've just written. So this is like I did a few scripts that I'd say you can definitely like test just to see, and you should be receiving responses with these like definitely. Okay.
Damn.
Um, even if they're negative, even if they're not interested, responses are responses. They give you feedback on what doesn't work. So the best way I look at it is you should definitely make it relevant to the person. So I said, hi, first name, subscribe to your company's emailing list recently since you're using Apollo now.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
saw
yeah,
your
yeah.
content on X. So I would be running, if you separate it via industry or if you separate it via or running AI. So I can show you how to run AI like in this call if you want as well to like
Mhm.
kind of like specify it down and
Yeah, yeah,
segment
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
But it's good stuff. So this end bit I would change around, but this is basically like the pain point. So it's good stuff. So good stuff is like it's a bit vague to be honest, but I would definitely change this around. But the main bit is I noticed a few things hurting
Yeah,
conversions.
yeah,
So you need to kind of highlight a point and make it relevant to them. And then you say, we've developed a system. So I say Fabio or like, I think ConvertKit is an email one. I'm not sure.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
I
yeah. It
know
is,
like
but it's like
Fabio
a
is
newsletter
it?
one.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. So what I'd say is we've developed this like a Klaviyo. So like if they're using Klaviyo, you need to be specific, like a
yeah, yeah,
Klaviyo
yeah, yeah, yeah,
specific
yeah,
process
yeah, yeah.
that locates inefficiencies and suggests fixes. So it's different if it makes sense, right? You're making it relevant to the person, and then you're also like suggesting why it works.
Mhm.
So if it makes sense, it basically highlights like a question mark. We've developed a specific system that locates inefficiencies and suggests fixes. So now it's not like we can generate UX, right? Because like they get that email every day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Does this kind of make sense where I'm going with
yeah, yeah,
this?
yeah, yeah. Totally.
And then obviously you have to throw in your case study, which is always nice.
Yeah,
Define
yeah,
maps use the process to locate all the places customers were falling off, which boosted sales by 25.7%, whatever.
yeah.
So like what happens is this case study is your number here.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
instead
yeah,
of
yeah.
putting the number here, you put the number here. So it kind of like it just gives you
That's
more kind of
like
social proof.
such a
And then I'd
smart,
say
such a smart take. Like I don't know, like I didn't even think about like this copy. So like if I should do it like this, I don't know. It's like so weird. Jesus.
I it's kind of like man, you've probably been writing newsletters way longer than me. Like I wouldn't know the first thing about a newsletter. This is kind of like my bread and butter, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
I spend a lot of time on emails, so it's just kind of like stuff like this. And then I change up the CTA, right? So the basic CTAs are, would you be interested, IT or yes, or IT or yeah, in learning more slash yeah, so it's basically would you be
yeah, yeah,
interested
yeah,
in learning more is like the main one people use. But I would recommend just because of how like fucking saturated your market is. I would say could I send over a video of how it works? Or like another one is like I've recorded uh, uh, a 3 min loom on how it works,
yeah,
etc.
yeah,
Can I
yeah,
send
yeah.
it over? So like can I send it over? So what I do is you need to get back to them really quickly. So like let's say someone replies at like 5 o'clock, you have to be like, okay, I need to go subscribe to your emailing list now. I need to like do
Yeah, yeah,
everything and
yeah,
I need
yeah,
to
yeah.
break it down within like 5 to 10 minutes. But like this is what you kind of have to do. Unless like if you have a VSL on your site, that obviously like helps. But in
Yeah,
general,
yeah,
this is
sure.
kind of like what you have to do to search to survive. Because you have to provide value up front to show like you're competent.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So this is one of those ones I would definitely have a look at. I'll share the doc with you afterwards, so you can have it like whatever,
Thank
and
you so
you
much.
can figure it out. Um, there's gonna be I did 4 angles because like of course when you write you can't just have one angle. But this is another one. So hi first name, would you be interested in a system? So this is like Klaviyo, ConvertKit,
Mhm.
whatever, like
Yeah,
same
yeah,
thing. Specific process that locates inefficiencies and suggests fixes for emailing this because like I'm trying to go at it from a different angle and like the amount
yeah, yeah,
I really want to emphasize this the amount of like shit people the amount of stuff like people receive in their inboxes
yeah.
is
I know.
just yeah
I know.
um yeah so this is you're putting the CTA here now so this is the CTA and then you then switch it around saw you were
Mm.
using this would you be interested in hearing more oh, wait no would you be oh sorry wait this is a one sentence one so this is supposed to be a divider. These are like two different ones. So
Yeah,
saw
yeah,
you were
yeah, yeah,
using
yeah, yeah, yeah.
a system. Would you be interested in hearing more about a Cloudview specific process that locates it? So this. So these are like two different ones, but they kind of mean the same thing in a different way,
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
if that makes sense.
yeah, yeah. Totally.
So that was
It's
my
like
thoughts.
a really,
And
really, really
then
short one. Like, so do you like recommend like always putting a case study in the first email? Is it like important?
it's not completely necessary. If your value like the way it works is every market is different and yeah, you see in this one, the reason is you like the reason you A/B test is because this one has a case study and this one doesn't have a case study. But
Mm.
like I've had emails that one of my videos I booked, oh God, I think I booked like I booked like 15 meetings or something. It was crazy,
Holy
right?
shit.
It was in like like 3 or 4 days. It was some crazy shit, right?
Jesus.
And basically, it didn't have a case study. Like it was sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Um, but yeah, yeah. So it's just one of those things. Like you can and you can't have it. You just have to A/B test the market and what like you obviously know A/B testing. You run the email list.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
like
yeah.
standard stuff. So I would recommend running all these emails through a system. Like throw like 2 to 500 through each, and just see what works. The C1 is hi first name. Subscribe to company name's emailing list recently. Saw your content on X. It's good stuff, but I noticed a few things hurting conversions. Would you be interested in a free email flow that fixes the parts hurting
Mm-hmm.
conversions? So you can change this around, but like now you're giving value.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Does
Oh,
that kind of make
definitely.
sense?
Like a whole flow
So,
is like a big value.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it
So
is.
or like maybe like just for that one newsletter. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be like a full, okay, maybe not a full email flow, okay?
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you get what I mean. Something kind of like valuable upfront where they respond back and they're like,
Yeah,
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 like
yeah, yeah,
drop
yeah.
it
I get it.
over. And
Totally get it.
okay, that's kind of like your lead magnet. And then email 1D is, hey, I'll skip all the AI personalization and get
Mm.
right into it. You can put in first name here. I'm just experimenting myself
Mm?
if removing first name is like actually a thing because I've seen some people do it and I really want to test it. So you can like remove it. We can help you boost sales by X from your email list. So this is the general email that people get, and you always have to try it at least once just to see, right? If it doesn't perform,
Yeah,
it doesn't
yeah, yeah, yeah,
perform,
yeah. Sure, yeah.
right? Our process locates where customers are falling off and suggests fixes. Define maps used the process to boost sales by this. Open to seeing a quick video demo about how it works. So it's just a super like quick email,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
straight to
But
the
it's like,
point.
I mean,
Um,
it's just so short that like, I mean, it just like generates like curiosity. So like, it's I think it's like
mm,
and creative also
and
like for like the first like, hey, first time I skip the AI personalization. So it's like so creative.
it's just different. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've
It's
I've seen
different.
I don't
Yeah,
know I've
yeah,
received a bunch of cold emails recently. Yeah. So and then I think the main difference is this is explaining the process. So this is like the relevancy part, which I think is really important. So most people just say like define max, like use the system to do 25 whatever, or I can do this. But when you put in our process locates where customers are falling off, it just provides more context on what it
yeah.
does, right?
Definitely.
And it's just not it's just different, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So
totally, bro.
I was just kind of doing this really just I took it like half an hour or something. I just whipped it up. I did some research. I don't know if you want like follow-ups as well, but it's just pretty basic. It's throw a case study in the follow-up. So if I was like,
Yeah.
ah shit. It would just be something like, um, hey, name, uh, the reason for my email the other day was because I saw X or whatever. So I saw your email was bad. Um, I can help. I don't know if like fix it or whatever. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
just like a quick. I probably should have done a bit more on this one but the main ones were the ones I was focused on. But all you do is the second email is just a general summary of this one. So you can be like, the reason for my email the other day was because I saw a few inefficiencies, a few things hurting your conversions. I can help fix it by making you a free flow, or I can or because I helped find Max boost sales by 25 this, and they were dealing with the same problem. That kind of makes sense.
yeah,
It's just
yeah.
kind of like
Definitely.
following up again. And then the last one is like a breakup. So I only do three-step email sequences because any longer and you just kind of get like hit by you just get reported and spammed and shit, and it's like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
not worth it. And so like the last one would be like sorry, I'm just doing this off the top of my head now. It'd just be like hey, I haven't basically heard back from you. I'm just curious if this is something you're interested in. If you are not explicitly interested, I'll quit emailing you, or something like if there's someone else in company that I should be contacting, Um,
Mm.
yeah, so it's like if there's somebody else in company that I should be
Yeah,
contacting,
yeah,
et
yeah,
cetera,
that's a
et
good
cetera.
line.
So it's just something like that. If you need any help, you just like we'll be in the same doc. Just tell me and I'll just drop it in.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you
But
so much, bro.
that's generally what it is. Do you have any questions? Because I have a bunch of time for questions if you have or if you have any now.
Uh, I mean,
So
I have a few questions, like, two. So like,
okay.
uh, does like delivery optimization matter in instantly? Uh,
In what do you mean? You're gonna have to
so
clarify.
like there is like an option for you can just like basically turn off HTML in your emails.
Yeah, so I don't track open rates unless I think open rates are fucked. I just don't track them.
Yeah, so it's like
So
don't really
the best
matter.
way, yeah, yeah. So I don't track them because the way the system works is when you email to someone else, they'll see if you have any sort of like code or links or anything like suspicious inside the email.
Yeah,
And the way instantly and basically all email sending providers or like sending software, sorry, track open rates is they put a pixel or like
yeah,
an
yeah, yeah,
image
yeah, yeah,
inside
yeah,
the
yeah,
email.
yeah.
When someone, yeah, okay. So when someone, yeah, I assume it's the same with the like Klaviyo whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
It's the same thing.
totally, totally.
But yeah, so I just don't do that like at all. And I track it via reply rates mostly.
Yeah, yeah.
So like if you're getting out of office responses, that's kind of like a generally good thing. If you're looking at like 2.5-ish plus, and like it varies. To be honest, the industry varies, but as long as you're getting at least 2% negative response, like ish, like negative and out of offices, like you shouldn't be too fucked. Basically, is the best way
Yeah,
of putting
okay.
it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay, fuck yeah. Uh, and like my second question is like, is what do you think is like a subject line that like really like catches attention? You know?
Yeah, okay. So you know your industry better than me, of course. So I won't give too much. I don't want to give too much information into a niche I don't really understand, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do know that the ones I use the most are quick question,
yeah, yeah,
never
yeah.
fails.
Definitely.
And if you quick question, if what I'd say is drop it into ChatGPT and ask it for different variations. Or one I do use as well is thoughts, like thoughts question mark, or
Mhm.
thoughts first name question mark, or like first name comma thoughts question mark.
Mm.
So it's not quick question, but it's like kind of the same if you make sense.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you can do like a bunch of spin-offs with like GPT and stuff. So
Yeah, so
yeah,
like basically just personalize the subject line also. Like I think it like really matters
yeah.
in my opinion, at least.
Oh yeah. So you
Yeah, okay.
can you can spin tax the subject line as well if you want to, or just like split test it. It depends on what you like to do.
Yeah, yeah.
That's one of the situations where you should track open rates. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
just to see.
yeah. Another question is like, what do you think? Like, how many like domains or like how many accounts would I need for like a, I don't know, like to sign like 3 or 4 clients a month?
My friend, as many as humanly fucking possible is the answer. But no, no, the real answer to that is you send I run three inboxes per domain. Some people say two, some people say one.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
varies, but honestly, three has been fine for me. Um, how do I describe this? Three inboxes per domain. You get about 25-25 split, so it's about 75 a domain. If you have 10 to 15, you can send about 700 to 1,000 ish, give or take. Um, that should be one. You should be booking at least one meeting per like 1 to 1.5. Like if you're not booking between 1 to 1.5, you either have like a delivery problem or a copy
Yeah,
problem
yeah.
or an offer problem. It's one of those things. But like so what I'm trying to say is if you book a meeting between 1 and 1.5 and you know your close rate is like, I don't know what your close rate is, but like let's say 20%, you're like, I need to book 5 meetings for a client. Right. So then you work backwards. So that means if I need to book that, I need to book 5,000, I need to send about 5 to 6,000 emails um to get it 5 meetings to get a client. So it's 5 to 6,000 emails. And depending on how fast you want to sign the clients, of course, you just send more emails basically.
Yeah, yeah,
If
definitely.
that you have to like, kind of work backwards. If that kind of yeah,
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
awesome. Do you have any other thoughts or like are
No,
you? I'm
not
curious to
really.
like are you validating your emails? What are you running? Like kind of like that end of things.
Uh, my emails, what like validating, like
Yeah. So like yeah
yeah. So like, I mean, I set up like the DMARC and stuff like that. Uh, and I use like instantly for like warming up my yeah. Oh, verifying. Oh, holy
yeah
shit! Like I didn't even. Oh, shit. I'm
yeah
so tired. Yeah. So like, I use like
no
I use like the
you're
software
good
that
you're
you
good.
like that you like told in your videos, like SMTPing or something like that.
Oh yes, with from AppSumo. Or did you
Yeah,
run
yeah,
it off
yeah, yeah, yeah.
AppSumo?
Not really.
Okay, okay.
Only like
Yeah,
SMTPing.
it's
Uh,
good.
yeah, yeah. So like, I mean, like it was. I was like so surprised that like, I export. I use like export Apollo and stuff like that. I got like 8,000 leads, and I was like, fuck it, like why not try it? And like, I put it through like SMTPing, and like I don't know, like 40% of them were valid, and like the rest were like catch-all and stuff like that. So like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Oh,
Sorry, back.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's okay.
sorry. I
Yeah,
don't
okay.
know where I was last, but basically, just a word of warning. I've been, I ran SMTP and it was really good. Like to be honest, it was really good. I was getting some good numbers, and like I didn't bounce at all. But uh, I've been running it recently, and the validated emails has dropped like a little, and I'm not 100% sure because I'm like cross-checking it with different softwares, and I'm on the cusp of saying that I think they changed their back end where it's like guaranteed deliverables now, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'm not sure how to describe it, but basically when I was cross-checking it, some other softwares were giving out more valid emails. And it wasn't like by like 1 or 2%, it was by like 10.
Oh, Jesus.
Like so like the yeah, so the numbers are quite big and I'm in like the middle of testing it. So this is just like a thing for you. You bought from AppSumo, so like you can always refund, but like I'd say test it. Like 40% is fine. Like that's like a good benchmark. There's other verifiers that you can test as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know
Million
about that.
verified. Like honestly,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
look
yeah,
up like you know there's loads. So sorry, that's just a thing for you. Like obviously it was in my videos because it was working really well, and this is just like up to date and whatever.
yeah. Yeah, okay.
Awesome. Let me see. What other questions? Do you plan on? Are you buying Google Workspace? Like all of them, like the full plan, or what? Because that can be quite expensive if
I
you're
mean,
only
like
doing the
I'm
full
on like
thing.
as I said, like I have like two accounts, so it's like 13 euros, like every month.
Yeah,
So it's like I have the basic package on Google Workspace. I don't know, like
right. No, because sorry,
I was just like thinking
take
about
you
like,
on.
if I have like I don't know, like 10 accounts, like that's like 60 euros just for like 10 accounts. And like, it's Jesus, like
Yeah.
just for the
So
accounts.
what I'd recommend is it like I've run private software, private infrastructure as it's called. Um, and I've run public, right? And basically, public is like 100% every time is just going to be better. There's like no question about it, right? But when you're on a budget, right? Private software like is probably like is fine to be honest. Because it's just so much cheaper, and I'd recommend spreading it out. So, if I was to give you some recommendations, Mail Scale, I've heard some like good things
Mayosk,
about
yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah. I know them. Like I heard about them.
Yeah, so yeah, Mail Scale's one. Uh, I currently run, so I run resellers. You have to be careful what resellers you use sometimes, but I do run premium inboxes. I'd recommend them. They can be quite basically they are partners of Google or basically like they buy it like on bulk so they get cheaper
Yeah, yeah.
and it can run you run inboxes for about 350 so it's about half price
Hmm.
and they've been going quite well for me, and they can like it can save you a lot of money until you get everything like set up, you have clients coming
Yeah,
in,
yeah,
and you
yeah,
can
yeah,
transfer over
definitely.
to like proper infrastructure. So like that's just a recommendation because at the beginning, oh man,
Yeah.
I remember those days. It can be really expensive.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, like, I don't know, just like I calculated because like I wanted to buy Liskit first. First off, like I
Yeah,
don't know, it was just like a platform that everyone recommended, and like the cheapest package is like $100, and I was like, Jesus, like that's just for like leads,
yeah.
and like it's not even guaranteed that you will get like any clients, just like it's $100, and it's up to you. Like really, it's like
It's triple. I don't know. It's how do I describe it? There's other methods of getting leads, other places. There's a
yeah,
lot
yeah,
of
yeah,
places you can get leads. There's a lot of competitors. It's just their USP is firstly, um, it's triple verified, so like you
yeah,
don't
yeah,
have to
yeah, yeah,
validate them afterwards. But like that's so it's just so expensive.
yeah,
And then second thing is it's Fazio. So like Fazio and his team is behind it, and the reason they have such a good like MRR basically and ARR or whatever you want to call it is because they have like a big funnel and they build out systems for people and they basically put people on the list kit plan.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Does that make sense?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
it's like a
definitely.
big funnel and like the guy's really smart obviously and like it works like it gives results. But there's just other ways.
Yeah, yeah,
Truthfully,
like
there's just other ways.
client ascension is like a crazy thing, like I heard like case studies. I know people our that like was in client ascension. Is like so crazy, and their funnel is like actually like really smart. Like it's unbelievable.
Nagy, I'll give you a little insight. I'm actually in client ascension.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I'm in client ascension. So I do that on my end. Yeah, it's yeah, very interesting. Because I heard you say Daniel Fazio and I was like, sure, why the fuck not?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, like that guy is like so genuine. Like I don't know, like like all of the like fucking gurus on like YouTube and stuff like that. It like he is like one, but like he's genuine. Like he's not always like talking about money, but like he's actually like speaking facts. Like not yapping, bro. Like I don't know, like it's just so
I
crazy.
I agree. And no, it's good. Uh, I've been in there a couple weeks now. Maybe like yeah, it's been a couple weeks, and look, it's good. Like you do whatever. Like I can't. I haven't been in there long enough to like endorse it properly. So
Yeah, 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 yeah,
but look, I
definitely.
like it.
I don't know, like
Other
it's
thing.
just
Wait,
like
what's the
so
other thing?
smart.
Sorry. And the other thing is I'll show you basically how I run AI if you like as well
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
into my systems. So I'll share my screen. We'll have some time. And this is basically how I validate or not like change company name and like validate company names and stuff. It's really oh, are we oh oh don't do that. Reload. Oh, wait, actually. We are. This one here should do. Is this one? Yeah. Okay, so doing it this morning because I was another like campaign and whatnot. But this is obviously you know what this is. It's an Apollo leads
Yeah, yeah,
list,
yeah, yeah,
which
yeah.
is fine. Video. So there's a video on my channel if you want a more kind of like in-depth look on it and where like I get it. But um it's basically how I run AI in my system. So if you go to AppSumo, which I love I love AppSumo. Go Google Sheets. So it's basically I use Sheet Magic, right? And
Yeah, yeah.
it's a simple software that connects to OpenAI and it links it to your Google Sheets. And if I come over here, like this is like a lot of these names are like dog shit basically, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
distracted. Oh my God, this is so laggy. Wait.
Jesus, like that's
So a
that's
lot of the names are like,
uh,
yeah,
is it like 27,000 leads or like
I don't know. It's oh yeah, yeah. I just yeah, it's just one of those. Right, so you're here, right? You have kind of like these like dog shit fucking emails basically, and um or not emails, names, and you bring sheet magic in. I'm not gonna like go into the full like swing of things and explain it, but you just basically bring it in, and um you have all these. I'm probably gonna make a video on how I do this soon because there's a lot of people asking about this, and I have like a Notion doc, right? Of
Mm-hmm.
uh like stuff I do. So like if I want to make an opening personalized first line, if I want to format the company name, which is what I'm going to do, find the industry, find the title, all this. So like it's just an Notion doc with all this, right? It's very easy. If you ever need help, just you can just ask me and I'll just
Yeah,
like send it
definitely,
over. Like sure,
definitely.
what's the worst that can happen?
Like,
So all
is
you
it
do is you
like,
paste it in, right?
yeah?
Sorry.
Nah,
So you
go.
paste it in, right? And it's stuff you will be given a company name. Your goal is to take this, blah blah blah. You remove all the shit you don't need, right? Shorten it to one to two words. I've spent so long refining this prompt, by the way. It's insane. Like I've actually spent so long. Only format the company name by itself. Never have company name formatted. Blah blah blah. Give it examples. You come in here, click this. You go like this, and you double click, right? And then it comes to the bottom. And then Dinosaur. So obviously it's called Dinosaur
Mm,
Group Holdings, Lawyers Mutual, Certified Coach. As you can see, it's just valid. It's just all the emails are, or not the emails. The names
that
are
works like
emailable
so
now.
good.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So like, look, Botsonic has. So I would have a look because this is a big problem for a lot of people, and this is like it's a big fix. It's a really big fix to it. I run it off. Uh, I think it's new because it's so cheap now. But I open sidebar. 4.0 is like an option, and it's amazing. You have
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I
yeah,
was using
yeah.
3.5 for so long,
Jesus, like
but
ChatGPT
4.0 mini
4.0
is
is like,
incredible.
yeah, 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 it is.
Yeah. And then if I was to bring this a step further, so if I just take some websites, sure, like what the hell? I bring this in. So all this does is obviously websites have like SEO descriptions, etc. And there's like
Yeah, yeah.
Clay and whatnot, but this is like Clay is like fucking you'll go broke. So all this does is this scrapes the website for all its data. So you are an intelligent helper writing assistant. You'll be provided with the text from website. Your job is to summarize the information. Here's the text. Boom, 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 boom. And then all it does is it'll give you a general basis of what it's
That's
about.
fucking crazy.
It's just like this. Yeah, so I'm telling you, there's a lot of like secrets in this, and yeah, it's actually really good. And if you want, you can then be like, look, I would like to write a personalized icebreaker for each person, and then you just then go like this, like and you put this in, and you go like that, and then now you have a personalized icebreaker for each person. So that's if you want to. This is up to you. Obviously, you need to shorten it, etc. But yeah. So this is just
Uh,
kind of like how I run AI in my things. Main
that's
one I use is
crazy.
this one because yeah, so that's like a big like hack for you. That should make your life a lot easier, like a lot easier.
That's actually
Yeah,
like so crazy. I always wondered like how to make like emails like super personalized, you know, to like actually like say
yeah.
events and
So
stuff like that. So like that's actually like such a huge thing. Oh my god, damn.
yeah, and with GPT 4.0 mini, I'm pretty sure it has internet access. So just make sure when you do it, it's like relevant to the person because
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I've seen
definitely.
a lot of you like what's the word? There used to be a personalized thing where it's like I saw you used to go to this college and all this stuff, and it's like I don't think they care. I don't think they care.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's up to you, man. So yeah, I'd say look, you have hold of me. Is there any other questions you can think of? Anything else you'd like to know?
Nah, I mean like this call was like absolutely amazing. Like I don't know, like I just found
Yeah?
out like so much new things. Like Jesus,
Yeah.
you can like take things
But
like
look,
to another level. Actually, like it's so crazy.
yeah, that's the idea, man. It's what happens when you do this for a little bit anyways. And yeah, I would recommend just like next best steps for you is basically just start warming up a fuck ton of emails. Like literally like just go buy domains, go set it up. Go look at different infrastructures you can set up, spread them out. I did it basically once where I put everything on one infrastructure and it all went down, and that went really badly.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
And
I didn't plan to.
yeah, so spread it out, and like you can write the emails in the 2 weeks you're warming up. You can do everything in the 2 weeks you're warming up. So just do that first, and then you can probably go from there. Like what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, by the way, like, is it like necessary for it to be like 2 weeks? Cause like I saw your like recent post. Like, is it actually like 2 weeks or like is?
Oh yeah. So I'm okay. So what's happened is it's true that 2 weeks is like um a stupid like it's a stupid made up thing. I only figured about this recently. It was so stupid. I was like, what? But at the same time, it's a safe number. Like it
Yeah,
works.
yeah, definitely.
So what I would recommend is like if you want to try test it out, you can do do one increment and then do two increment and then three increment. Like I wouldn't go like four, even though
Yeah,
that's a
definitely.
thing. And I'm telling you, this warm up shit is like there's so many different ways of doing it. But if you run 2 days worth of sorry, not 2 days. If you run like an increment, like a two increment from the very beginning, it'll take about 10 days to get to 20. And then from 20, you can start sending before your warm up's done.
Mm.
Like I'll start sending sometimes between 16 and 20 just because I'm like, I can send 10 emails. I'll send 10 like outbound emails, but the warm up's on 16 to 18, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
And then once it reaches 25, I'll just put it up to about 20 and let that run for like 2 or 3 days. And then I'll put it up to 25, 25.
Mm. That's actually so smart.
So yeah. No, man, it's just what you can do sometimes is when you do this for a bit. But yeah, I'm trying to think, is there any other tips I can give you? Any other like let me see. Oh, okay. Right. Actually, there's a few other things I may as well show you on here, and it'll make your life a little easier. Entire window. So, email validator. This is one thing I recommend. Don't use it like too often. You kind of have a general idea of what's in it, but this is just a spam checker. So, like guaranteed percentages, ASAP,
Mm.
Nigerian prints, those type of words.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
don't have
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
in your email. It'll just tell you. Some of them are stupid, but like it's just how they work. Um, Clear out post images. If you're running, oh, okay, so this is a good one actually. So if you're running and if you're sending videos to people, you never send links in the email. I mean, like, so when they reply, you can send a link, obviously, because then they deem you as like okay. But when I mean links, I mean don't send like an actual like link. So like don't send like this to
Yeah, yeah,
someone
yeah, yeah, yeah,
like in
definitely.
like an email. Like so what you do is you do like email marketing. You put an image inside the email and then you put
Yeah,
the
yeah,
link
yeah.
in the image and then you just tell them to click the image. So it's not a link and it's not as bad. So it depends on what you want to like use on that end. Um, Let me see. ICP narrowing, email. Oh, this is another one you should probably use. So this is blacklist to check if you basically fucked up your domains. So if I go mtoss.com, all this does is it'll check your backlist to see what? What?
Nah.
This is my main domain. I don't even email from this.
That's
That's
crazy.
crazy. I'm okay. That's
Can you
crazy.
check mine
I
real
thank you.
quick?
Okay, well,
Yeah, it's
yeah, I think I have you here.
but like it's that com,
Yeah.
so like it's not CO.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
what?
my
Is
email
that is this not
my
you?
yeah it is, but it's my website domain, which is emailtorias.co. My email domain is emailtorias.com. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, sure. Okay. Oh wait, no. This is sorry, this isn't the other one. Damn, I can't believe I blocked it. What the hell? That disappears. That one's not bad. Like it disappears after a bit, but like I don't get what's going on.
That's crazy.
Oh
And
God,
your
what is
main
going
domain,
on?
like, Jesus.
That's my main domain as
Main
well.
domain,
Like
yeah,
I
your
wasn't even
website domain,
email. What
yeah.
the hell happened?
That's crazy.
Right, I don't know what the hell's going on. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Maybe if I remove this is HTTPS lookup. What the hell's going on? Right, we're gonna remove this and just check again.
Ah, shit.
Oh,
That's
so the
crazy.
best way of checking if this is yeah, so the best way of checking if this is bad is you literally go into ChatGPT So I wouldn't. So what I've realized is, I used to stress a lot about this, but I wouldn't stress too hard. A lot of the blacklists go away if you just don't do anything. So, how do I get off this blacklist? Has been blacklisted if you're organizing. Is this IP or is this? I think it's domain that's been blacklisted. Is listed for detail. Click here for some suggestions. Let's see. Stop the spam. Let's see. Sending spam comprised. Request removal. Provide evidence. Monitor. Maintain. Let me see. Does it remove if I wait? Let's see. Simply waiting is generally not.
Yeah,
Okay, right. Then you might have to put in a ting. Were you sending cold emails from it?
yeah. The com, yeah,
Oh, okay, okay. Okay. Yeah, so I would definitely go have a look and submit a request. That's not ideal, to be honest.
yeah, definitely.
What you do is like if you come here and it's this one here. So this is them. You're gonna have to look through this. To be honest, this is like it's a lot. Oh, there's
Yeah,
a lot of information up there, but they're all kind of different. Global blacklists. Some exist to fill gaps. Not that does not block itself. It only right. Okay, so I don't want to go through this, but this is what I'd recommend. It's a good thing we checked because now we're both on blacklists. How amusing is that?
yeah.
Which is funny. Let me see. As I'm going through this, okay. Did you do the okay? This is another hack I can show you. So if I go into Apollo, right? This is really useful. So I built with built here. I don't know if it'll open, right? Okay, right, whatever. Okay, right, it's okay. But basically, you can get like a list of leads, and if you can run an external software, so Lacta for SaaS, Clutch for like all these kind of like stuff, you get domains, and if you
Yeah.
take these domains, right, and you come in here, uh, if I look at my past searches, because a few of these should be private, and then if I go into UAE decision makers, yeah. So when you do something like this, right, obviously you do all the filters. There's an option here. This is super powerful. Like this is crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
can
yeah,
put
yeah.
an exclude list or an include list. You seen? Okay, good. As long as you know what this is,
Yeah, yeah.
this is how you can like hyper specify um emails because these are like guaranteed to be your client if you do this right because it's difficult with the keywords sometimes as well. But this is like really really strong.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, yeah.
right.
I mean,
Is there
saw
is there
I saw in
sorry.
your video like you talked about this a
Awesome.
little bit.
Yeah, so look, I think that's us. I have a call at 1. I have to hop off. So
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
I appreciate you getting on. I hope this was useful. And
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely. Thank you so much.
and I will your email is could you send over your email and just and I'll just share that with you and then you can have a look at the Notion doc.
Yeah, definitely. I'll text you a message on Twitter.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I got to bounce, but I appreciate it. And if you have any other questions, you can send me an email or an email, a cold email.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, definitely, bro. Thank you so much.
Awesome, man. Right. I'm gonna bounce, okay? See ya.
Okay, see
Bye.
you.